The lighting is usually.
Yo, you look great. Hey, Dental Nachos crew, it is Paul, Dr. Nacho with the JFO. Just find out key resource and sponsor. What we do here at Dental Nachos is increase your happiness, decrease your stress, make you feel like crying less on the inside as a dentist, make you feel less like my friend here, Mr. Grumbly, so it feels like to be a dentist sometimes. So we have our special guest today, Josh Gosnell. I want you to share with us, guys, what is one thing you do to help dentists decrease stress?
One thing we do, I would have to say recently, with everything that's going on, the digital patient forms, integrated digital patient forms has been a huge de-stressor for a lot of the practices that we work with. Being able to text out or email out the new patient health forms or the COVID screening forms prior to someone ever coming to the office, and having that integrate over into the software so that the staff is not having to sit there and manually type in everything every time you get a new patient, or even a current patient that's refilling it out.
I love that for a couple of reasons. I'm a practicing dentist, so been a dentist for 17 years, almost 18 years. I never thought we'd have patients waiting in their car, but here we are. So while you're in your car, you're hanging out with your best friend, your phone. So it's a great opportunity. So I think that's awesome to have, paperless forms to do this. So share with us what your company does and in general, what you guys do to help dentists each day.
Of course. So what Adit is, we are a full-scale practice growth solution. So we help dentists grow the practice either through new patient acquisition, so website development, online marketing, Google Ads, social media advertising, search engine optimization, but also streamlining patient communication. So as you talked about digital forms, having the ability to put your actual schedule online and integrated online schedule, patient texting, appointments, things like that. But overall, we really just want to help practices grow.
And I think what's important to note is, I help dentists buy and sell practices. Just like homes, someone buys a practice, buys a home that's been in existence for 30 years. They're immediately redoing the kitchen. They're redoing this stuff. In a dental practice, a lot of times dentists at the end of their career, what's a good word for it? They're exhausted. I totally get it. They haven't, they might not even have a website. So what do you find with some of your clients when they're making this transition? Do you work with people who are starting from scratch where they have nothing, and also with people who have existing platforms?
Really everything. I mean, I've worked with dentists that are coming straight out of school, building a practice for the first time. I've worked with dentists that have been in practice 40 years and have never had a website. I've been in business with dentists that have been practicing for 20 years and have 10 different websites and just want to redo things. So really just all over, full scale. The other thing that we work with is a lot of DSOs. So a lot of 10, 15, 20 practice locations. So every time they get a new location, they'll need a new website, things like that as well.
Awesome. We were talking, what is so important about this time? You were saying something with the advertising trends. Less people are advertising right now. Is there an opportunity to capture more attention? Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So just in keyword research, so looking to see, all right, well, what are people actually searching for and how often are they searching for it? So when you look at the search trends, actually when when the first shutdown happened, after people started opening back up, it skyrocketed. The dental related search terms really skyrocketed for people that wanted to get back, wanted to get in to see their dentist. At the same time, you saw a lot of practices peeling back what they were doing. They did not want to spend the money. They did not want to advertise. There was fear. And so it actually dropped the price to advertise significantly, what we call the price per click for Google and social media advertisements. So it really opened a lot of doors, because with the search volume rising and the amount of competition shrinking to a minimal level, it really allows you to see a better return on investment for any kind of advertising that you're doing online.
That's really an interesting and key point. What I would share is, as the Dr. Nacho guy, practice owner, practice broker, uniting dentist, I get a lot of stories. I do, treatment planning your dental life, and there's a significant or a notable number. Dentists, if you don't like, if you get a stat wrong with a dentist, let's say, no, it's not 4.2, it's 4.1. So I say there's a notable number of practices that are not reopening. Who are these people? People who have small practices who are looking to retire anyway. People who might have multiple practices and the satellite practice is not reopening. So I think it's such an awesome time, if you're a dentist in your community, to get your message out there to people who are genuinely looking for a new dentist because their dentist is not open right now. Have you guys seen stuff like that?
Absolutely. I mean, the number one search term in about 90% of markets that we work in has been simply dentist near me.
Yeah.
So you're seeing a large amount of searches for just dentist near me or just dentist your city name. So there are a good amount of new patients out there that are looking for a dentist. So it's definitely a point of opportunity right now.
As we shift gears a minute, I want to share with you something that drives us Nacho nuts right now. Something that's always driven us Nacho nuts is answering the phone. Get a ton of phone calls. You don't know when they're going to come in. 6 can come in at once, but normally we had 3, 4 team members ready. Now our team has been reduced. So using text messages become more important. How do you guys help offices text to communicate with their patients so they don't have to worry about taking in as many phone calls?
Great question. So we offer full two-way texting. Things as such as appointment reminders and appointment confirmations is where we can actually automate it with the patient management software. One of the biggest things that we've seen scheduling wise. So as you mentioned, when practices opened back up for the first time, they had a large amount of current patients they were trying to get rescheduled, and they're taking in a lot of calls. They couldn't really handle it. So being able to actually text out their schedule, so actually an integrated live schedule that they could text to their patients via a link, and then that patient could come on, select the time that they wanted to come back in and go ahead and schedule. A good example, we actually had a client when they opened back up, sent out a mass text to about 800 of their patients that they had to cancel because of COVID, and they sent a link to their online schedule and said, hey, go ahead and select your time. In one day, they had 250 appointments scheduled.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, that just shows you the power of technology, the ability to decrease your stress, increase your revenue, make patients and people happier. I mean, we have an online scheduling platform, and I've been a dentist. I'm a medium-aged dentist. We didn't have this when I started. It's amazing. People are making their appointment at 2 a.m. They're thinking about their dentist. Maybe they're a busy mom or dad. Make it optimally convenient for your patients is so key. So I think what you guys are doing is awesome, Josh. Share with us. You have something for our community, which I know my dental people love. They love a deal. They love a deal. So share with us what you have for the Nacho community and how people can find out about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyone that wants to check us out, we're actually offering a free month on our platform. So even if you just want to play around with some different technology services, if you're really looking to grow your practice and you want to see more new patients, check us out at adit.com. That's just ADIT.com. Reach out, mention Dental Nachos when you do, and we'll make sure that we get you set up with a free month.
I know my team's going to share that special link in there. I mean, I appreciate you guys being a key resource and sponsor. I think this is the time we have to bond together as a community to recover, whether it's companies that work with dentists and patients. Something so unique has happened. I was just talking this morning, Josh, and I mean, just if you work with people that have to be in the same space as you every day, it's a challenging recovery. And that's where dentists are. I mean, whether we're taking temperatures before people come in, managing other people. So I think anything to do to streamline it and remove that stress is awesome. So before we jump off, any parting words for the Nacho community, whether it's about advertising, things going on, anything you want to share?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I'm really grateful to be on the platform. But just for everyone to keep their heads up, we're already starting to see a trend, and I know people are scared and people are worried about what's to come, but we're seeing trends digitally where more people are actually reaching out, more people are searching. We're even seeing a greater case acceptance rate in a lot of our practices. People are more likely to accept bigger cases earlier on in the process. So just keep your heads up, keep chugging forward, and we're here to help as well. So even if it's outside of our realm of what we do, we're happy to help with anything that the dental community needs.
Great message, Josh. Next time, I need to know your hair gel. You got better hair than me, so I got to figure that out.
You got to use the powder. You probably see them on the Instagram ads, the little dry powder.
I like that. So Nacho community, just find out more about what Adit does. And Josh, it's awesome. If you need us for any reason, just text Nachos to 215-543-6454. Text Nachos to 215-543-6454. We can give you information about what Josh and what they do. You can also join our Nacho community and get a special gift code for joining. Thanks so much, Josh. Have a great day.
Thank you for having me. You have a good one.